We will start a part 2, and we will start actually how improve position of bishops. Yeah, your bishop, of course. So here I have two examples. Okay, I have to reduce some of my preparation and shows quicker. So it was a game between Drozdov and Sakaev, with whom we actually wrote a textbook for all Russian special chess schools, the new book. It will be not published yet, but it will come in soon. Okay, black to move in this position. What is your idea? What is your offer in this position for black? Most of the players start to thinking about how I can push d5 in this position. But actually, in this position, you cannot push d5 without any problems. Your pawn on e5 is hanging. Yeah? And white idea, I suppose this last move was like knight c3, b1. With idea c2, c4, block d5, and after knight come on c3 and protect everything. You cannot play b5, you cannot play d5, and your position will be slightly worse. But black can use something. Black can use black squares. How I can do it?
Maybe
Knight e8. Okay, let's me explain you. If you can improve position of your pieces without the worst position of one of your pieces, it's much better.
Yeah,
okay, what is the knight a8 idea? Bishop g5 or f5?
Well, I wanted to get one notion just this backward knight thing, but
knight back. Okay.
Also,
okay.
I mean, being able to play bishop g5 and also maybe an f5 idea, and thinking that the knight will come back out.
Yes, it takes a sense. Yeah. Okay. Knight a8, but you have a better idea in this position. Bishop d8 and bishop d6. Okay, that's good. Bishop d8. Absolute right idea. So white just spent the time to knight c3, knight b1 with idea c4, but black can replace bishop on b6 and starting to attack an f2 square. It will be very, very unpleasant for white, because white bishop situated on b2 and doing nothing, just protecting white position. If black plays d5, white can take on e5 with bishop. Okay, bishop d8. So the common idea, okay, was d5, but bishop d8 is the right idea here. Knight a3. After c4, if white played c4 in this position, bishop comes on b6, and after black can play knight g4, f5, knight c6, knight d4. Okay, many ideas. So bishop d8, knight a3, bishop b6, h3, knight c6, knight c4, and bishop c5. Could you compare this position, the last position? Okay, what happened after a5, knight queen c7, and after black ready to play rook fd8 and somewhere knight d4, d5. Okay, black is absolute fine in this position. Even white not take a control on d5 square. Could you compare the last position and first position? Black improve position of the bishop easily. And why we have the time, why it was possible in position? That's my question. Could somebody explain me? Why we have time in the middle of the game, not in the opening, to improve position of our pieces? Sometimes it's not a common case. Have you idea? Okay. Okay, it's one of idea, but I would like to hear about the control of the center of the board. If we have control in the center of the board, usually we can regroup our pieces. Don't forget it. If you have no control, okay, you start play like bishop d8 and somewhere white can break through immediately. So to regroup our pieces, to improve position of our pieces, usually in a knight out of 10 position, you need good control on the center. In this position, black has control. Okay, next position. Same player with black pieces, Sakaev, and not the same opponent. His opponent was Mark Zeitlin in this game. So, black to move. Two bishop advantage. As usual, your bishop on e6 situated well. And the fighting in this system usually is about everything around the d5 square. And in this case, two of your pieces on e6, on f6 situated well. I have the memory. Okay, we already saw the previous example, and the same player played with black pieces. This game happened in 6 years after game Drozdov-Sakaev, and he knows already how he can improve his bishop. Okay.
Bishop d8.
Bishop d8. Wow. Bishop d8, and what's his idea? Knight b6. It's very tempting. I mean, if white will play in this position c4, white is absolutely fine. Okay, white has a big advantage. But bishop d8 is the right move. Do you have to show us the second one? Okay, I will give you 2 minutes. I have absolute right idea. Queen e7, yes. Sorry, no. No queen e7. I also mentioned queen e7, but queen b8. Queen b8, right. So what is the black idea if white will play queen e3? Protecting on b6. It's very easy. Queen e3. Come on. Who says?
After queen 3, bishop takes knight.
8 takes bishop.
Queen d8.
Queen d8 or knight d7, okay, not so big a difference. Okay, we just win the pawn on b6. So, white has retreat with knight on h4. Next move. You know, our idea bring our bishop on. Sorry? B5. Okay, I have to explain you. After b5, what will happen? So you trade with very strong pawn on a5, but after takes, you open the a file and you pawn on a6 become very, very weak. White can, okay, even here maybe after rook b6 play b3, doubling rooks on a file, and you have already two weak pawns on a6, and d6 became also weakness in this position. No. c7, right? And who goes on c7? You? You. Okay, bishop goes on c7. Absolutely right. So what is the black idea now? Why we put the queen on b8 and bishop on c7? The second main idea in position. Okay, it's second, it's additional idea. But right now, what is the threat? His main idea in such position. d5 is coming. Yeah, white has take care about this move. If d5 coming, okay, if black will play d5, we open two bishops, and even we save the pawn on e5. So white will be in big trouble after that. White played knight c3. His idea, okay, maybe after d5 takes, bishop takes d5, somewhere bishop e4, trade two bishops, and more or less okay for white. Rook d8, queen e2, queen c8. Now is additional idea working, yeah? We are bringing this bishop on the very, very strong diagonal, a7, f2. White didn't take control on d5 square again, because okay, we cannot manage to play c2, c4, and black has time just improve position of black square bishop. We bring this bishop from c7 on a7 and start an attack on this diagonal. Rook a2, bishop b8, h3, bishop a7. Okay, just show you what happened in the game. So could you imagine bishop from a7 just jump on d4 in one moment? Yeah. Knight d1, d5. Okay, you can see it's very pity for white. All knights on the rim, and okay, d5 looks very terrible. Bishop e4, c3, bishop c5, b4. Now all white pieces no on the place. Rook on s3, knight on h2, knight on d1, f5, takes, and okay, intermediate move. Bishop f4, knight c5, knight c1, and okay, in some moves white resign. So I show you only one idea, okay, how improve the position of e7 bishops in either formation, according to Zakhaev's game. But I found it's fine idea. It's also I also learned something from him, because I thought, okay, the main idea d5, but bringing bishop on this diagonal a7 g1, it's also possible. Okay, let's continue. And now I can explain more, because it will be my game. It was the game in Bundesliga. I play against Nisipiano, who is a former Romanian player. Nowadays, he's a German player. He will play in Olympiad for German team. So, he will come in this position. I play Petrov defense against him. At that moment it was a theory. Yeah, knight e7, h5. Okay, somewhere here. Okay, it's not a famous Our lectures b5, but a strong move. C takes b5. If rook takes b5, this move, okay, and black is okay. He took with pawn. Takes, bishop e5. Sorry. Okay. Black to move in this position. Okay, I already show. I explain you the situation. Yeah, when we are come in this position during the game, so I have to evaluate this position. Black looks slightly worse in two reasons. First reason is pawn on h5. Usually in endgame, such pawn is very strong. Just block the two pawns on g7 on h6, and endgames. Every pawn endgames very bad for black in this situation when white pawn situated on h5. I can remind you the Caro-Kann defense. In Caro-Kann defense, if you're coming in pawn endgames or many light pieces endgames, it's simple losing for black with such pawn on h5. The second reason is pawn on b5, which is blocked to other pawn on queen side, a7 and c7. So what can I do? If I trade bishops on e5, knight comes on e5 on c6, attacking a6 pawn somewhere. Okay, it looks terrible for me. And I start to find the right decision, what I have to do in this position. And I prove position of my rook. It's very difficult to understand when you see the first time the position. That is a big improvement. My rook situated on c8, but I need to trade with a pawn. I have to help with my a7 pawn to trade on a6, and after that I will get counterplay with a file. So I played, and I proud, and many chess players say, "Oh, wow, such a move, rook a8." Actually, it's not so easy to find during the game, but I found this idea. Idea a6. I would like to trade all pawns on the queen side, and if white takes on f6 with bishop, I can take with knight and attack h5 pawn and can take with knight. Okay, after rook a8, black equalized easily. So what happened in the game? Rook bc1. If white will play other move, rook fd1, I can play knight c3, takes, rook d7, bishop a5. Now we have the endgames where the bishop a little bit stronger than knight, because we have pawns on the both sides. King f1, bishop b6, and black is okay. Rook e4 coming, somewhere rook a4, take on e3. Black is okay in this position. So Nisipiano played rook bc1, takes, and now a6. Black get a good counterplay and a file, and white cannot get any advantage. Knight f4. I have to play very precise in any case. Takes, knight take h5 and draw. White has to take on f7, I will take on h3. So with this move, rook c8, e8, I am actually very proud of this move. So I managed to equalize such a slightly worse position in endgame against a strong opponent. Okay. So I would like to show you the other stuff. Maybe in the middle I will show you the combination. It will be more interesting. Nowadays it's a famous idea, but at that day when I played this game, it was unknown how white can play in this position. It was my game against Shaposhnikov in Russian team championship in Sochi. I will say now the 2005. So who is the more tactical player here? Who can calculate variations well? Okay, who thinks that he is a tactical player?
I used to be.
Okay, nice.
Go with that.
Who else? Black, no. No. Sorry? Rook take a6, f takes. Take on h6. I have the options here. Okay, and g takes f6. h6, sorry. King h8. Okay, let's examine this idea. This. Sorry, okay, not this. Knight takes here, takes, check. Please. Okay, who is playing Caro-Kann here? One. Okay. So I suppose I have to show you.
I was thinking about knight g7.
First move. Knight g7, king take g7. Yeah. Oh, nice. Nice. Okay, if I will take. Yes, king h7. Okay. I suppose knight takes f7 next move, yeah?
Why not?
Yeah, okay. It's a nice idea. No, actually not. Okay, I like your idea, but in another way. Of course, you have sacrificed all your pieces to give a mate here. But you have to find the right order. First queen, then knight, first knight, then queen, first rook, bishop. And cheating is not allowed in this position. No, I'm not mentioning it. Okay, just joke, yeah. Okay.
How about
Bishop take h6. So I can play. I can take. In this case, after bishop takes h6, I can take on f5. I think. Yeah, it not give you a chance to give me mate. No. Okay. Knight takes g7, king takes g7, right? E6, okay. Pawn takes e6.
queen g6 check?
You have think
Or
a little
bishop
bit.
takes h6 check?
Okay, I will give you chance. Queen g6 or bishop take h6? And I have a special reward if you find the combination.
Bishop takes h6.
Bishop take h6, nice.
Because if you take, he won't.
Yes, king h8, and now is the most difficult move here. Okay. Please think a little bit more in this position.
Knight g5.
Knight g5, g5. Mm,
Actually, I don't think that's much force, so you need to give a check like.
knight g5, knight e5.
Yeah,
I
that
can
would
play.
be
Yeah.
force.
Yeah, you have to find something with checks.
That would be over check. Let's check the bishop g7.
Bishop g7 check. Wow. King has to take on g7.
Queen g6 check.
King h8.
Knight g5.
Brilliant. What is your friend? Fred? Yeah. King, king, or king? Okay. Knight f7, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Rook f8.
And then queen h6 check.
It will be perpetual, yeah. Okay, king g8.
No, I don't want to get there. I don't want to get right now.
Okay, let's try to think in this
h6.
h6. h6, brilliant, brilliant, and yeah,
Draw. I don't want that check.
brilliant. I will repeat these combinations because he's exactly find what I did during the game. So I took on g7, king takes, rook takes,
e6.
f takes e6, bishop take h6,
Yeah.
king h8,
Queen
not queen. You sacrifice extra piece.
Oh, bishop g7 check.
Bishop g7 check. What is difference? If queen g6, rook g8,
Yeah.
extra temp. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the time.
takes.
Queen g6.
Yes,
King h.
8,
Knight g5.
g5,
Rook f8.
rook f8. I'm sorry.
Then h6.
When h6.
And then
Then, if knight e8,
queen h7 checkmate.
yes. Okay, this guy, okay, deserved my special reward for tactical skills. Yeah. Okay. It's another my game against Parligras from Romania. After the opening, I have got such good position with white pieces. Black has to protect d7 pawn, and they have no counterplay at all. So my question: how white can convert with advantage to whole point? Thank you. Thank you. Next time when I come here, you will be a lecturer, I think. Yeah. No, okay, okay. Who knows? So first of all, I will show you what happened in the game. I had a big time advantage because I know this line, and my opponent thought what with a safe position for black, but I didn't thought so, and I decided to kill him immediately in this position, and I played g4. What looks absolutely logical. I improve my position on king side. F takes g4, f takes g4, king g8, queen d4, queen b8, f3, king c7. Okay, black has to wait. I play queen g6, queen c5. So I thought is mistake because white can win the pawn. Rook take d7, takes, check, takes on d7. And I thought I have winning position, but after queen e3 I recognize I have nothing, because 2 pawns on the queen side just block is 3 pawns, and black queen is very active in this position on e3, and everywhere black can give the perpetual. Queen e2, queen e1, I have to protect my king, but after e5, check, takes, okay. Draw. I have to give perpetual queen c8, queen e5. After I came back at my hotel, I thought white has nothing. Even the computer says it's slightly advantage win the pawn on d7, okay, somewhere plus 0.30. But like a human being, I found one interesting plan for white, how white can improve the position one of the piece of the board, and get a very good chances for win. Okay.
With queen d4, my plan is to get my rook on d3 all the way to b5.
Rook e3, rook e5, rook b5. Okay, it's one of the possible plan here, but black can defend with king g8, rook f8, and after rook b5, rook b8. Just like defense like this. Okay, we cannot win the pawn immediately on b6. So it's one of the plan, yeah, but I didn't see how I can win the pawn. Okay, king g8, rook f8, rook b8, still here. Even if you play, for example, let's say queen d4, I will play some move, okay, I don't know, king e8, strange move. Rook e5, let's pretend to rook b5, king e7, and I trapped your rook on d6. Okay, you can play rook d6 on d5, when I can play d6. It's not a clear plan. I mean, you want to take the pawn, but in some reason black can hold the position. Now white has another plan. Okay, my question is where white wants to push the pawns, on which side, to win the game. Have you a clear answer? No, if you okay, the queens on the board. If you try to open this side, you cannot switch on the other side because you open your king in this case. Remember, king. With queens, okay, queen.
Thinking about maybe like queen 5 to d5 and then d4.
Not bring a success. Okay, it's possible plan. Of course, black has no counterplay at all, but not to bring the final success. Yeah, space advantage, of course, good chances, and black has to wait. But how? White can improve position of one of the piece. You go and push pawns on the king side, I believe. Okay, the main plan. Because we have very strong pawn on h5, and if we push somewhere g4, f takes, a takes, f4, g5, g6, we will win. Simple win with strong position. But in this case, we will open our king if you push the pawns. Yeah? King h3. Wow. Okay. So what is difference king on g2 on h3? No. You have to think a little bit longer trip for your king. Okay?
We put our king on e2 and then...
Yes, exactly. Yes, yes. Yes. Absolute right idea. Okay, I suppose this guy deserves my reward. Yeah? Yeah. I agree. So deep thinking, and he found the right way. Okay. Reward for tactical skills, reward for for chess understanding. Yeah, king on e2.
Awesome.
And push the pawns on the king side. So I will show you the right plan. Exactly on e2, not on e3, not on b2, on a2, where the black has no checks. Queen e5, rook a7. If black goes to the rook endings, it's not so good because white can take pawn on a5 and win the game easily. So rook a7, f4, king g8, and now without any thinking, okay, you protect everything, your queen on e5 control the c5 square, rook on d6, rook on d3. So rook b7, black has to wait. In case if black will play in this position, queen c5, white has a very interesting trick. Take, queen b8. If queen f8, when rook d8, yes, big advantage when king h7, when rook d8, and mate coming soon. So rook b7, king e2, d2, queen b5, or first just protect b5 square. It's more safe. King c2, king e2. We achieve our place, yeah, a2, safe place. King f7, f3. Now we are started pushing the pawns. Black kings cannot go on the queen side because somewhere queen e5. Okay, let's say this move, queen e5, take this. Okay, rook takes e6. Every time you can take on e6, some tactical idea. Black kings has to stay on the king side and waiting when the white pawns goes. Yeah, rook f7, g5, rook e7, queen e5, come back, and rook d2. And now black is absolutely hopeless because I would like to take on h6, rook g2, and give a mate. So easy way to win. Just imagine where your piece situated better than on g2, and after push the pawns. Okay, unfortunately we have to end our lecture, and I think I tried my best in this lecture and tried to explain you how improve your pieces during the normal game, in a middle game, not in an opening. In an opening, you know how you can improve your piece. Just develop your pieces on the best places. So, and it was my pleasure to meet you here because it was my first lecture in United States. Thank you for attending lecture.